All right, so first things first, we have some non-wrestling but wrestling kind of related news, and it's pertaining to All Elite Wrestling. All right, All Elite Wrestling, they have their non-for-profit kind of outreach arm called AEW Together, and they announced that they have a new partnership, and this partnership is with an organization called Best Buddies. For those of you who don't know what Best Buddies is, it's a global organization that is dedicated to ending social, physical, and economic isolation for more than 200 million people, 200 million individuals with intellectual and developmental impairments. This is coming from the Fightful website, by the way, if you want to look up it for reference. This partnership is made possible through AEW Together, and they have announced some new global ambassadors. These global ambassadors include All Ego Ethan Page, Paul White, formerly known as The Big Show, as well as our favorite Willow Nightingale. Um, it was announced, I believe, on the 22nd. But I kind of wanted to know um how you felt about this partnership and these talents being known as global ambassadors for the company for this particular partnership, and what do you just think about this overall?
I actually love the idea. Um, I love the idea a lot. I was very surprised when you had chose the names, or they have chose the names that they chose because, I mean, obviously, like these are important people, but I feel like if this was like a WWE thing, they definitely would have went with like their faces, like like
Mm,
their company faces.
absolutely.
And I like the fact that they're giving roles to other people in the company. Not that Willow Nightingale obviously is at the bottom or anything, but it's just that I
Right.
like the fact that they're giving roles out to others. You said Paul, right? Are we talking about the Big Show when you say that?
Yes, the Big Show.
No comment. Um, actually, yeah. Actually, comment on the Big Show just because, like, is that all he was signed to do? What is his role exactly in AEW? I just had to ask.
I think the last time we checked, he was doing commentary for Dark, but obviously Dark is no longer AEW Dark is no longer a program. So right now, I'm not completely sure. Probably backstage. I don't know. I'm not completely
I'm
sure, like
not
I said.
upset that he's chosen. It's just that like I didn't know what he was doing because I know he popped
Mm,
up. He did commentary like you said, and then he just kind of faded into the abyss. So is he going to be
mm.
like the Titus O'Neil, I guess, for AEW and just be
Uh-huh.
used for representation or just be an ambassador since he's probably used to all that with WWE? Like, that was just more of a question. I don't want to slander him this time and calling him useless because honestly, I think this is a very big thing. um, I like the fact that they are shining light on people that had developmental issues. So good on Tony Khan for that. I love the fact that they're going with Willow because like Willow's like AEW's Bailey. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
she's for everyone. You know what I mean? Like that's where I feel like she's kind of positioned as. She's very likable. She's definitely someone you could like bring around all groups of people, just because she just has an
Right.
inviting, bubbly personality and stuff like
Agreed.
that. And I like that considering things worked out that the way that it did for her. It's like, hey, like we didn't just want to treat you like you were just like a last option. We actually do think you have other things that are great for our company to bring to the table. So we like to give you the ambassador position, which I think says a lot about her as a person, her character. So love that. I don't really have too much commentary for Ethan Page because I don't know too much about Ethan Page as a person. I don't really have too much comments on him as a wrestler. But what do you think about this development with AEW and the three names that were chosen?
So I think that this was actually perfect. Obviously, Ethan Page has been depicted as a heel on TV for the majority of his tenure at AEW, and it may have come as a surprise to a lot of people that he was chosen as one of the ambassadors or one of the ambassadors of this partnership. But I'm not surprised. Ethan Page, from what I understand, is a very, 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 very solid, good human being who has been very, very much involved with AEW Together, which is their outreach department. He's been a part of that since like day one. He's always been very, very pivotal in that. And so him being named as a global ambassador comes as no surprise to me because in addition to him being a great on-screen character, he's just an awesome person. So shout out to All Ego for that. Now, the Paul White thing, I actually understand. I'm going to tell
Hmm.
you why. He was also a global ambassador for WWE for the Special Olympics.
Was he really?
So, yes, he was. So this
Oh.
makes sense. He has experience being an
Oh.
ambassador. And so, obviously Ethan Page is he's not a new talent, but in comparison to Paul White, he is a newer talent. And, when you're putting together these outreach programs, you want to be surrounded by people who have the experience. And so Paul
Mm.
White, formerly known as the Big Show, is someone who definitely has global ambassador experience, especially for a large, people-facing professional wrestling company. And Willow Nightingale, she is I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she is the reigning and defending New Japan Strong Women's Champion. She is also the winner of the Owen Hart Women's Cup this year. And so she's been put in very, very big positions in the company in the ring. And on top of that, she's also just a great bubbly personality. The parallel that you drew between Willow and Bailey, I think it was genius. But Willow has been put in some big spots over the past year as it pertains to AEW, and so this comes as no surprise either. So I'm not surprised at this as well. Overall, I just think that this is just super dope and super good. Anytime where a wrestling company gives back, it's always great, and this also just kind of builds on, the stuff that Cody was doing when he was there. And, they're really, really committed to really being about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And this is one of those ways. So I'm just really, really excited for that. So did you have anything else to say? Or we?
No, I love that. I didn't even think about Cody, and it just opened up a whole like door, I guess, in my head.
Mhm.
Just imagining like, would he have been the face of like all this stuff if he were here? Like, I wonder what he would have done. But I like that they're still continuing it while he's not there. But I have no further comments.
Yeah, but we want to hear how you guys feel about this AEW Together Best Buddies partnership. Let us know in the comments below. But we're going to be moving right along.